everyone. Welcome to this Tianjin University Ambassador Talks. My name is Timothy Joseph Tagao. I'm an Admissions Promotion Ambassador of Tianjin University. And in this special episode, we are going to talk about the study Chemical Engineering in Tianjin University. Of course, I'm in a major of Chemical Engineering, but I have been accompanied here by our special guest, also my classmate, that is Arafatun Nessa Happy. Hello, Arafatun.
Hello, Timothy Tagao.
Yes, you can call me Timothy. And of course,
Okay.
I am very appreciative of your time that you can accompany me here tonight to share about the chemical engineering major. Yeah, of course. For the introduction, would you briefly introduce yourself?
Okay, I start my introducing. Okay, my full name is Arafatun Nessa Happy, and I am a bachelor student in Tianjin University, major in Chemical Engineering, the School of Chemical Engineering and Technology. And most thanks to Timothy Joseph Potagal.
Yes.
And he is my classmate, one of our monitor in my class monitor, and also a prospective ambassador in our university.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for inviting me here. And I started a new journey by selecting as an admission promotion ambassador. And I am a special scholarship student, and that's all. I'm not so a big person. I have a little introduction. Yes.
Yes. I think I'm curious. Where are you from? Yeah. Which country are you from?
Yes, of course. I am from Bangladesh. You know the Bangladesh?
Yes, of course. Near India,
Yes,
right?
of course. Yes, near India. Yes. Actually, we have a border, three corners border with India. And China is also a close relative country, you know?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, of course. It's very good introduction. Of course, I'm Timothy. A brief introduction. I'm from Indonesia, and of course, let's go straight to the point here. Arafatun, at the first time, at the initial beginning, how do you know about Tianjin University?
Yes, this is a quite good question. You know what? In our country, the students are not so willing to go to abroad for study. Not even the boys. How can anybody think about the girls? Because we all are the Muslims. So this is so much rusticating and so much the culture barriers. They think that they think that the girls cannot go outside. Cannot go outside in with this any country, another country. So first, when I was in the high school student, I started to find an university which is good for the upgoing study. So one of my big brother, who is also my relative, he informed me Tianjin University is so good university and it has provided so many scholarships. But English medium is very there is no English medium. They're all the Chinese mediums.
Yeah,
so I thought, how can I admit there? And I am not so good student. I have so many documents. So he guided me. You just need to give an ask, and then you should have a good background and a good score. You can apply. Doesn't matter you are a girl or you are a Bangladeshi student. Then I thought, okay, so we can take a chance. And then I studied. Then I decided to apply. And after applying, and it's resulted good. And I am in front of you with your batchmate,
Of course, it's a very good courage, right? Very good motivation for you to continue
very
to
good
study
motivation.
abroad. Yeah, I mean, it's very obvious that, maybe some people are not familiar with the cultural barrier that happen in other countries. But seeing one, as you maybe a role model of in your family, of course, in your friends, that you're able to study abroad, I think it's a very good role model for you. And in the future,
okay, you can't believe that there is not a single girl in my family who is in abroad and who is studying.
Yeah, that's very good.
You just can't believe that. Yes, there's no a single girl. Yes.
You see, yeah. And even you have awarded with the scholarship as well, right? So tell me your experience on applying for the scholarship as well.
Yes. So I have decided to apply in Tianjin University, and to be very honest, I have also targeted another university which provide the same, not same scholarship, in same department scholarships, and that is the Petroleum University. You know, in Beijing,
Yes,
Petroleum University. Yes. So I decided to apply both universities for chemical engineering. You know, so I searched in the Chrome or Google, and then I have collected the documents what we need to apply. You know what we need. We need a score and a good communicative skill. We need the English proficiency certificate, and for English proficiency certificate, you need to give the IELTS score. Most probably for the Tianjin University, but there is an noticeable thing that we need at least 6, right?
yes.
In us speaking score, yes, we need at least 6 for that. So, and we also need some documents for our last like passport and another documents, criminal record, and all I collected from my country, and then I applied through the website directly from its website. And there's 2 category. One is from my direct from my what is that said from my my country and directly from website. So I targeted from B category, and that is from the website, and I directly applied to university. And 6 months later, they sent me a notice, and they give notice that you are selected. Will you accept this? And I just replied, yes, of course I accept this.
I think it's finally a relief, right? You won the admissions and even won the scholarship as well.
Yes, and this is good scholarship, you know.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, and I think this is a short story. Yes.
I think it's a very good scholarship from Tianjin University. It really is specific for this major, because for my own experience as well, when I see the Tianjin University, actually the first time I see this scholarship, it's actually a month before the deadline. So it's a very short period of deadline. And I thought to myself, this is a very big deal. Yeah, I think a major in specific chemical engineering and accredited by the Institution of Chemical Engineers, it's really suited my own interests. Yeah, and I just go to apply, upload my study plan, and
yes, study plan is most important thing. Yes.
And then all my documents, and then finally, I think it's the end of the in the mid-July. Yeah, it's actually I'm in the mid of application of another university too. That is, do you know the Turkish government scholarship?
Yes, I know that. Yes, I know.
I also applied as well, but the announcement come very late. But Tianjin University has given me an admission notice. Yeah, and finally, and the nomination of the scholarship as well. Yeah, of course. Arafatun, when you search more about Tianjin University, what is your first impression of Tianjin University?
Yes, the first impression that I need to say if you think about an university that is good and their department is good and their teachers are good and teaching you with skill, so you just must need to see the ranking, the world ranking, the department ranking, right? Ranking is probably the most important thing for you to think and to understand that this department is good for me and they can provide me a good knowledge and they have a good skill teaching us, right? So I start the ranking first, and then I see the QS ranking. The QS world ranking is in 301 to 400, and for the Shimago ranking, it is 53, and it has a very good noticeable national ranking. In 2021, it's just 16. You just can't believe that there are 2,700 universities in China, and China is so big. And this country and this university has a good place, and for this ranking, world ranking, and the national ranking, and also for the department ranking, I just become, I love that. I wanted to apply here, and I wanted to study here in this department, most probably.
Yeah, of course, I agree with you as well, because first time I see about the ranking, because how the world see this Tianjin University, and of course I see from the major as well. From the accreditation, it gives us an assurance that when we are graduate, we can be qualified. If we have a very good fundamental education, and with the accreditation, it guarantees the experience, right, that we will receive. That's actually my first impression, because I see another university has higher ranking, for example, in Beijing and Zhejiang, but it if it doesn't suit my interest, like if it is only higher ranking, but it doesn't suit my own interest, what I want from the major chemical engineering, yeah, I think that's why I also choose Tianjin University. Yeah, of course, Arafatun, before we discuss more about our study experience, I want to share with us and with our viewers here about the School of Chemical Engineering and Technology. Yeah, so this is everyone, the School of Chemical Engineering and Technology. So you can see that as we're talking here is about the accreditation of institution of chemical engineers at the master level. Yeah, that's actually the highest level of accreditation of education. So it's one of the Asia's only 2 universities to get the highest level. One is Tianjin University. One more, we don't care because we do not talk about other universities. So also ranked number 1 in China discipline ranking from 2003 until now. And of course, here we are, major Arafatun. This is the chemical engineering, IChemE accredited.
Yes.
There are also other majors. Yeah, that is also in a major of School of Chemical Engineering. And yeah, ranking number 1 in China discipline ranking, graded A+ level for 4 consecutive ranking years. And in Shanghai rankings, global ranking of top 3 first-class chemical engineering subject in the world. And of course, the research in the education, the stuffs that actually had contributed in the frontiers of chemical science engineering, where there are the latest development in chemical science and engineering and related disciplines. And of course, Tianjin University, it's not only the education, it's not only the teaching, but the facilities, the equipment like the national teaching labs, the basic experiment center is already nationally standard, and cutting edge facilities, of course. Yeah, and this is the continuation of the accreditation. So Tianjin University kept the standard with the Institution of Chemical Engineering certifications. And of course, Tianjin University also encouraged the student to participate into competitions. So if you see here, the chemical engineering car competition, and then the American Institution of Chemical Engineers Award. And then Tianjin University also initiates the competitions that, for example, Chinese chemical engineering car competition, experiment competition, and many more. Of course, now as we are international student, Tianjin University in the period of 5 years actually invite hundreds of foreign students from various countries, from 50 countries, to come to Tianjin University. Yeah, so that is everyone, the brief information of School of Chemical Engineering and Technology. I think I will stop share here. Okay, so Arafatun, you see that I think we have been landed right in the one of the top majors, right, in the world.
Yes.
Of course, in the major chemical engineering. Yeah.
Yes, when you think about the chemical engineering, first you understand first your mind cracked that there is an MIT or Stanford, and after that you have to think about the Tsinghua, and then you have to think about Tianjin University. Yes. So we are so lucky that we are here. The dominant university and the dominant department ranking, right?
Yes. Of course, let's now talk about our study experience. Of course, when we were admitted in the August, when we received our admission notice, and then we fast forward to September 2020, how do you feel that we have to study online for the first time?
Okay, the first time that was so embarrassing. I was so nervous how to do it, and
of course,
and I was not so expert in technology. In the Chinese, I just don't know Chinese. Yeah, so this Mandarin is so difficult. I thought, how do I do that? How do I start my class? Will I pass or not? Yes, that type of rubbish thing, And when I start, that was okay. And I have learned all the software, how to conduct that, how to prepare for the exam, how to take an exam, take part in exam, right? Yeah. And that is good. Online class is not so bad. It's good. But the distance learning, we just can't contact with our teacher face to face. That is a gap.
Yes.
This is a gap, but not so gap that we can't learn anything. We can learn everything.
Yes.
And this is tough for us because we have to search more and more in YouTube, Google, for the informative. But then because you can say everything to WeChat, right?
Yes.
You can say a little bit to teacher, what is that, what is this, but most probably we need for go to the search line for searching anything. So I think if we were in Tianjin University, that would be very good for us.
Yeah.
But online learning is also cool.
Yes, of course. I think for me, it's the first time. It's a heartbreak for me because I'm really excited to go to Tianjin and learn the first time and directly Chinese language, Chinese culture, whatsoever. And of course, I think we have to accept the fact that we have to study online. And yeah, in my first semester, actually, there is our fundamental courses, right? The calculus, the
Yes.
inorganic chemistry. So how do you feel about the courses? Is it difficult?
Okay, I just like that courses. I like that courses, but the advanced mathematics
Yeah.
and our teacher, and that is quite nervous to me. And we all have learned that in our high school period,
Yes, of
right?
course.
We
Yeah.
have all have learned, but that pattern and in this Tianjin University teachers questions pattern is not similar. So we need to think more about, right?
Yeah.
So we need to study more. And first time I can't understand what teacher is talking. And I just tried. Okay, I just tried. Always I just tried. And first 3 to 4 class, after first 3 to 4 class, I understand what teacher wanted to tell us, and then I started my class. Cool.
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
For mathematics, I think the material is very similar, like the limits, integrals.
Yes.
And I think that is it really what we have to study in this course? Because, at the first time, it felt like it's very manageable, right? But as we see the questions in the homework and exams, well, I think we have to learn more. And do you know that
Yes, yes.
our mathematics teacher, Zhang Laoshi, if you remember the name,
Mhm.
she's
Yes, I know.
yeah, she's actually one of the best teachers in the 2018 National Mathematics Competition for undergraduate in China. Yeah, we are actually.
Wow, I didn't know that. That's
Yeah, I have
really
just known that
good.
actually a year later when I see in the WeChat channel of Tianjin University, there's actually the video of her. I will put it in the screen, of course, for our viewers. That our best teacher was actually at our best quality. It's just that we have to adapt to the learning style that our teacher gives to us. Yeah, so that is
Yes.
why I thought that when we think our Chinese when we think our courses is hard, but our teacher are doing their best, right, to teach us.
Yes, that is
Yeah.
really true, because our courses was really hard, but our teachers are doing so well and so
Yeah.
smooth, and they are so friendly. Whenever we have so many any problems, they are always free for us. They always tell us that you may have any questions in the WeChat, and that is really appreciable, and they are really appraisable, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I also always ask them in WeChat group, like at morning, whatever is at night or
Yes.
anytime. They always respond in us and do not actually say any complaint, right? It's just
They're so active.
Yeah, they understand our conditions and they really give us all the chance to ask them. And of course, do you know the inorganic chemistry? Yeah, that is actually
Yes, of
a
course.
shock for me. There are so many theories in the exam. When it is out in the exams, very few the materials that we have to do in the exam. And do you know Hu Laoshi, our inorganic chemistry teacher?
Yes, I know we have one friend in our WeChat. We are friends, right?
Yes,
So,
she is actually one of the leading research lecturer.
yes,
and
I know that. I
supervisor.
know. He posted every day, and I liked
of
him.
course.
The
He
details.
literally has an entire platform. Do you know Research Cloud? The name of the platform. Yeah, it's actually conducting all the research. So, well, we thought that the course is very hard, but our lecturer is very smart. I think that we are very lucky that we can learn it from them.
Yes, they are all the experts in their own field, right? All the teachers are expert in their own field, right?
Of course.
So we are really lucky.
Yes, and of course, okay, let's fast forward to our second semester that we have physics, mathematics again, chemical process design.
Yes.
I think when we can see here the pattern that in the first year we learn about fundamental courses, right? We have to know what is chemical engineering, what is design, and give us the general picture what we are going to study in the future, and
Yes.
of course the fundamentals like mathematics, physics, chemistry. Yeah, I think that's the most important thing before we go into the real stage in the
Yes,
future.
we need a fundamental knowledge.
Yeah.
Yes, so that is of course related.
Yeah, and of course, if we have just completed our third semester.
Yeah, third semester.
What do you
That
think
is
about the
really
course? Is it becoming more
okay.
difficult?
Yes, I think that progressively and day by day it's doing hard hard to
Yeah,
us. But
I feel it as well.
though it's hard, the teachers are so good. And in this semester, I really have to tell you that I really enjoyed that semester. I really enjoyed. All the teachers are good, and I really enjoyed because the biochemical technology. I learned many things about biological and technological, and in our uh, organic chemistry. That organic chemistry is really really hard.
Yeah.
Teeth packing. Yes, when I started to study, it's like my teeth will break, and it's so tough. And the teacher, what he said in the class, the homework so hard. It's quite hard for me and for also you, right? The homework was very
For
hard.
me, it's quite manageable. I could say that, of course, let me show to you how I think about the courses. That in the first year, I think it's quite manageable because it's really similar to our high school materials or learning.
Yes.
But in the third semester, it was actually sort of a continuation of his fundamental knowledge, right? So physical chemistry, we have thermodynamics, but I think that it will be like the easy one where we learn like, I did learn thermodynamics in high school, but I do not think it will be as challenging as the course that I have received. And organic chemistry, honestly, for me, it's quite simple, I think.
Really? So you are so good at student,
Yeah,
Yes.
I think that Laoshi has made the videos very clear, and I
Yes,
think
the videos was all materials were clear.
yeah,
Yes.
and I think the most challenging for me is actually the fluid mechanics, right?
Yes, that also true. Fluid mechanics also is because this is the first time we have learned fluid mechanics. But I really enjoyed that subject. I really enjoyed teachers because our teacher is so sweet and his voice is so clear, just like American accent, and he is cool. I like her class. I haven't missed any class. I really love to do her class and obtain a good score.
Yeah.
So this cool.
I think that when we already teach fundamentally, we can understand it well. Yeah, and of course I think we have good grades in we have received results, of course. Yeah, and of course I think we have seen here the pattern, right? When we learn, where there is so many misunderstanding maybe about chemical engineering because they thought that the word chemical specific for chemistry. So I think we are here to give them a message that you will learn also the engineering, right? Mathematics, physics, chemistry, and maybe a little biology. So maybe for those of you viewers who want to study major chemical engineering, you will not waste the knowledge that you will have in high school, right? You have studied so much about mathematics, physics, and any other of science. You will learn it back in the university level, but at the higher level with the more complex. But of course, I think you can learn it step by step also. So you need to pay attention on that part of when dreaming of study chemical engineering. And that actually I have realized it when when we have to learn the course of Introduction to Biochemical Engineering. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, of course. And what do you think, Arafatun, for the fourth semester? You think
okay, I'm so sorry, I can't hear. Will you please repeat it?
Oh yeah, what do you think about the fourth semester?
I think it will more difficult as progressively it's continuously it's harder than harder, so it will be hard. And of course will have a great chance to learn new things and new concepts. Yes, that is. And as you know, that's not started, so I can say more about it. We will see.
I have actually asked one of my seniors that is from my own country that actually in the future semesters, you just have to learn more and learn carefully in the beginning of the semesters because it is simply a continuation. For example, if I mention you the course, engineering mathematics, basically the continuation of advanced mathematics. Heat transfer, continue from the fluid mechanics, then chemical
Yes.
engineering thermodynamics, continue from the physics and physical chemistry. So maybe for the students who think that chemical engineering is notoriously difficult, but if we see the pattern, it's actually continuous. So it's like,
Yes.
yeah, we just have to, spend our
Yes.
time to learn.
Yes. It's like if you learn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then you can learn the 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah,
So this is
of
cool.
course.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, and of course for the future semester as well, I think for viewers, you don't have to worry about the difficulties of that. Please just enjoy
Yes.
that. We have a lecture that literally knows everything. You ask them any question, they know the answers. You ask them for anything, they will give
Yes.
you, a satisfactory way of answering your questions. Yeah, and of course, Arvatun, on your, until right now in your study of chemical engineering, how is your general feeling about this study in Tianjin University?
Okay. So, as you know, since my early age, I wanted to be an engineer one day.
Oh,
And as I am a girl, it was quite difficult for me to be an engineer because my mother and all my family members wanted to make me a doctor. As you know, all
yeah,
the girls, their dreams to be a doctor. But I was really, extraordinary. And so I really
yeah,
wanted to be an engineer, not a doctor. So this, and I wanted to, there are so many types of engineering:
yeah, of
software
course.
engineering, chemical engineering, petroleum engineering, so many types of engineering. But I thought which is prospective and more good for me in the future, not for me also in the world future, right? So I have searched, so I have seen that the industry is the most prospective area.
Yes,
The industry, you just can't think about our civilizations without industry.
yes,
You can see here the medicine, the cosmetics, and all the paints and the fabrics and everything, the fertilizer, all that are come from and chemical industry. And that is so uh, this is like an help towards the world, and we
yes,
can give the world, and we may do anything that can provide a good life, for
yeah,
better life, better environment, right? So, and I such that I have seen that, okay, so that is cool, so I can do anything for my country, for this world. And also I will be an engineer, a prospective engineer who has a large field of working.
yeah.
We can go to the industry, we can go to the lab, we can also choose a profession by teaching. So
Or,
this is cool. So
yeah, of course.
yes.
As I see in the beginning that what major that I want to choose, but when I see chemical engineering, in the future, the prospects, it's very it's very many types of sectors that we can work into. For example, from petrochemicals, materials, for example, in nanotechnology, and for
Yes.
example, we can go into research, we can go into further education. That that one of my dream actually in chemical engineering major was to actually to create, to establish a chemical industry in my country, especially
Wow.
in the region of nanotechnology, to advance my country's chemical technology development, and of course to create international collaboration with other countries. It's very far-fetched dream, but I believe that in the future, there are so many career paths in front of us, right? So when we are already in this path of major chemical engineering, we just enjoy and learn seriously of, because there are so many opportunities in front of us in this major. Yeah. And of course, Arafatun, we are going to the end of this video of this discussion of chemical engineering major in Tianjin University. So do you have any messages and motivation here for our viewers to
Yes, of
apply
course
Tianjin
I have.
University and study the major?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So all of our viewers keep in notice that whenever you think to become an engineer, you might think about what am I learning, what I'm going to learning, and what will I do towards my world, towards my country. So I think, not I'll think, the world think that chemical engineers are the most prospective engineers who can do something for the world, for your country. So you can choose the subject. And for our university, Tianjin University, the department ranking is so cool, and our university ranking is also great. Also great. For an undergraduate student, this department ranking is quite good, very good. So, and also our teachers are so renowned. They have a good skill. As I am saying, trust me, I am saying they have good skill of learning, teaching, and they are so polite, so active, so friendly. So
Yes.
there is no problem. You can come here. We can help you come here and have a visit and admit here and say to your experience, share your experience to us further.
Of course, yes.
Right?
Yes,
Yes.
that's very great from Arafatun. And of course, everyone that we have talked here about Tianjin University, not only that you get a very good learning environment where you can contact directly with your professors. And by the way, our lecturer, all of them have the title of professor. So they really have the highest form of knowledge, experience, research. So literally, you do not have to worry the quality of education. And other than that, you do not have to worry of the quality of the research and the experience, because Tianjin University has a lot of achievements in competitions, and even initiating the competition, there is a new program of emerging engineering education. And of course, everyone, we are here fellow admissions promotion ambassador. I have put in the description the context of the ambassador of Arafatun and myself. Of course, you can ask us any question that you want to know about admissions Tianjin University. And of course, stay tuned for the future contents of Tianjin University Ambassador Talks. And of course, thank you so much to Arafatun for your very great time to accompany me tonight about discussing study chemical engineering in Tianjin University. Of course, I hope that we can meet in the future in Tianjin University as well. Yeah, and of course, everyone, subscribe, like, and comment to this channel. And of course, Arafatun will also upload it to her social media, which I will put in the description as well. And yeah, hope we all have a good day. And if you have any interesting content that you think I should make relating to the Tianjin University, you can comment here down below. And of course, stay tuned for the next content. Thank you, everyone. Have a nice day, and bye-bye, everyone.